Welcome everyone. Yes, we have the latest information of the new character for patch 2.5. And there is new 5-star for YAE MIKO, as expected, right? So as you can see over here, this was posted about a few hours ago with Genshin Impact, and we can see YAE MIKO. So here is YAE MIKO, and she's going to be an Electro 5-star. You can see the Electro sigils, and she's likely going to be a Catalyst user. I just woke up, I was like, oh my gosh, they posted this one super early, didn't they? So, I mean, this is pretty lovely. So we can have a look at some of YAE MIKO's, the wiki for her, and also we can have a look at some of the previous information of the upcoming characters, and we're pretty good at the predictions. We'll also have a look at the possible reruns of the banners that come with YAE MIKO. Because out of the characters that are revealed, YAE MIKO is actually the only character that's revealed for patch 2.5. So what that means is there is likely going to be at least 1 or 2 banners or even 3 banners for patch 2.5, and this will include the reruns. So the rerun characters we'll be looking into will be Ayaka, Yumiya, Raiden, Venti, and also Kazuha. We'll talk about those characters on the second part of this one. So over here, YAE MIKO is the overseer of the Grand Nakarami Shire and the owner of the publishing house. She's also a good friend of Raiden and also knows Stone Lee. So she's quite old in terms of age, and we can see that YAE MIKO is very likely going to be a Catalyst user because we haven't gotten a Catalyst user for a while that is focused on dealing damage. I mean, if you look into Kokomi, then she could be, but YAE MIKO is very likely going to be the 5-star Electro Catalyst user. So in terms of her designs, you can see that YAE MIKO, we can come over to this one. So in terms of her designs, we can see that YAE MIKO is more focused in terms of like a mage kind of design. And we can see that her features and her artwork style is quite cute. I wonder if she have a transformation skill because she's considered as the Fox Envoy. Now let's have a look at what can we see. There isn't that much to see. She's mentioned by several characters in the game, and also characters having this upcoming playable characters by Dainsleif. What did this character get announced? I was like, oh, okay. So this is out of the wiki, right? Characters that have been announced as upcoming playable characters by Miho Yu. Let's see. So this doesn't contain any leaks. So okay, upcoming characters, playable character. He's the future character for that was announced as an upcoming playable character on the 27th of 2020. Oh gosh, that's way ago. Celebrating the global release of Genshin Impact. He's not expect release for a second amount of time. So okay, I know this is a sidetrack because we're looking into new characters, right? And we'll talk about the reruns as well. But Dainsleif, you know what happened? So I was looking at the wiki for YAE MIKO, and as I keep reading, I was like, hey, the wiki actually officially says Dainsleif will be coming, so we'll talk about Dainsleif as well. So what's happening is YAE MIKO will come at patch 2.5, and Dainsleif is very likely coming after patch 3.0 or even 4.0. Because if you guys remember the trailer for Genshin Impact, I'll attach the trailer for you guys as well. It's on YouTube, so let me find it for you actually. So coming over to the story preview teasers for Genshin Impact. I'm sure you might have seen this before many times. So this teases every chapter. So it started with Mondstadt, and after I'll skip a little bit, you guys can watch the full one. I'm sure most of you have seen it. So then it's Lyring Harbor. After that, it goes to Inazuma. And after Inazuma, it will go to, Samaru, which is the next city we're looking for. So Inazuma was patch 2.0. Samaru will be patch 3.0. But what's interesting is, the next few cities, they will be teasing the next one. So we'll talk about the Dainsleif being a playable character. So Dainsleif is likely coming after the final city with Snaya. So I'll show you guys over here. This is the one. We'll talk about Dainsleif coming too. So this is the act, the dream yet to be dreamed. And this is Kenya? Oh gosh, I can't say it, but I think it's Kenya, right? This is the Lost City. So this is when Dainsleif becomes playable. I just want to add this one. Yeah, that was the final part for when Dainsleif will become playable. So we talk about this as well. So it is likely Dainsleif will become playable after patch 3, after patch 6.0, if we look at the 30 teasers. But we never know, the developers might release him early as a special event, maybe on the second year, because right now Genshin Impact have had 1 year, and Dainsleif was announced to be a playable character on September 27th, so he might become playable next year. So we'll look into it, So the major focus is going to be YAE MIKO, and she is very likely going to be a Catalyst user and electro character for sure. We're not sure if she have any transformation skills, which could be interesting because she's said to be the Fox Envoy, and she is very strong, consider she is one of the guardians for Morax. Other guardians for Venti and also Zhongli, I think Zhongli had a few guardians, and other guardians for Venti was, was Storm Terror, the villain. Zhongli's one of guardians was the Primal Geolord. So those are just some of the characters. So now let's come over to the second part, because we want to come over to our previous banner predictions about upcoming characters. Notice if you have seen our previous video, this was the banner predictions and rerun predictions of YAE MIKO. So we were correct on predicting her, and now we're going to look into the rerun characters and we'll briefly talk about why each of them have a higher chance. First of all, YAE MIKO is going to be an electro character. And if you guys remember, Raiden Shogun is actually an energy supplier electro DPS, and also she gives a lot of energy to the team. So Raiden Shogun and YAE MIKO is very likely going to be a very good combo to come. And this will be the perfect timing for Raiden Shogun to come in, because, you know, it's been 4 patches and it's been many months since Raiden Shogun's first banner. And we have seen the icons are getting reruns. So the reruns of the icon Zhongli have his 3rd rerun, and Venti already has his 2nd. His 3rd will be coming too. So Raiden Shogun have a very big chance to come in. And if YAE MIKO and Raiden Shogun comes in, then this may be a banner we get 4 of the Inazuma characters. Because, you know, we have gotten the monster double banners on patch 2.3, and then patch 2.4 we have gotten a lot of the Lyring Harbor characters. So the next rotation is very likely going to be the, you know, Inazuma characters. So this includes Raiden Shogun, probably with YAE MIKO, and then we might have a Yaka and also Yumiya on the double banner. And this could be quite interesting, because this could also finish up with a new zone for the Yakinoya. Now, as you guys know, Yakinoya is going to be a very big expansion of the game, and some of the players were guessing that maybe we don't get the full zone within 1 patch, because sometimes our mobile phones can't handle it because there's too much storage, right? So this is coming from a practical view. Because the storage of the game requirement is so big, they don't want to have like 20 gigs of patching, or, you know, a many gigs of patching going to the game. So maybe the zone is split into a few patches. Maybe 2.5 will have a patch, and then 2.6 will have a patch. So this way the zone is split up and we have more content. And because Yakinoya is talking about Inazuma, and the icon story will reveal more of the, you know, the travelers and also how we progress in the game. So having the Inazuma characters are the latest characters which can be related to the story as well, because the banners will be relating to those characters. But there's also a chance we get some other reruns. So we're going to skip the patch 2.6 rerun because, you know, we're a little far away, but we'll talk about, you know, Kimisoto Ayato later. So the next part we're going to talk about is going to be the possible rerun characters for Venti and also Kazuha. So this is what players are thinking. So I'm going to use patch 2.4 as a reference. So patch 2.4 is when we first had the Venti rerun, and now it's patch, you know, 2.5 we're looking into. And the timing for patch 2.4 is actually equal to patch 2.5, because this is when we have the Mondstadt Flower Bloom Festival. Notice Genshin Impact have a pattern of repeating itself. So this is what I'm talking about repeating. Patch 2.4 equals patch 1.3. So the pattern of repeating itself is the timing for patch 1.3 last year is the same for timing for patch 2.4 this year. This is, you know, during the Chinese New Year. So we got, you know, 10 or 23 wishes. We also got selected 4 stars. So those are the things that repeats in a patch. And what also repeats is going to be the Latin Festival for patch 1.3. So what repeats in patch 1.4 to 2.5 is going to be the Mondstadt Festival. I can't spell properly. So Mondstadt Festival will repeat likely on patch 2.5. And if that is the case, following the theme of the game, then we have to have, you know, the characters that go with Mondstadt, right? So the character that go with Mondstadt will definitely be Venti. And if Venti is coming, the other Anemo character I can think of will be Kazuha. So Venti plus Kazuha will very likely be the rerun for patch 2.5 if we don't have the Lyring Harbor theme. Notice we're talking about 2 different themes. if we don't have the Inazuma thing. So the first thing I'm talking about is going to be YAE MIKO with Raiden Shogun plus the theme of the new expansion of the content, which is Yakumoya, and this will be, patch 2.5. But if we're getting a different kind of content, if we're getting a rerun of the Monster Festival, very likely we'll have Venti on the rerun. And if Venti on the rerun, maybe we'll be getting Kazuha as well. So, quite interesting, right? So to summarize, I'm not sure which path the developers will take, but those are my two predicting paths, and we'll be pretty good at predictions. So let me know what you guys think about the future banners, 2.5 or 2.6, because those will be coming either 2.5 or 2.6. It just depends on the rotations. And also we had a look at YAE MIKO and also future character Dainsleif. Oh, interesting. We'll talk about Dainsleif more once we get more information of him. His element is not revealed. He could be one of the characters very similar to the Traveler, because if you look at him, he doesn't have any element. He could be the, maybe the 8th element, maybe regards to time, maybe, space element. Those characters are pretty cool, right? So maybe he's a character like the Traveler that can take multiple elements. Maybe he's a Paimon element, because he very look like Paimon, like a male version of Paimon. So let me know what you guys think about Dainsleif. Quite excited because I was just reading and I saw him. So very lovely to see the official reveals of characters, and let me know what you guys think about the reruns for patch 2.5. Now, if you found this video helpful, make sure you subscribe and also turn the little bell on for the latest news. I'll be looking towards to make more builds, guides, tips, and news and event updates for us as we come further into the game. And as always, I wish you guys the best of luck with Genshin and have the most fun in exploring this wonderful world.